Oh, Lord, we're here. We're back for episode 27 of Some Offense Taken. This is Eric. Just letting you know that there's probably offensive material here, so that's your warning.
I asked my dad in a Hell in a Cell match, who would you put together? He's like been thinking for like 10 minutes. First he said Howard Stern and Brock Lesnar. I said, well, at least give one of them a chance. One has to be Brock Lesnar. He said half Thor Bjornsson versus one of the Pauls. One Jake Paul or Logan Paul.
Let it happen. Maybe he'll kill them.
That boy got that crack, man.
Rob, you recording? It's almost like we've been doing this for like half a fucking year at this point.
Have we?
Welcome to Some Offense Taken. I just started recording. That's Ben. That's Eric. And in a cage match, in a cage match, who do you think would win? Ashley Simpson or Jessica Simpson?
Huh.
Not what I expected.
I'd say Ashley.
Both in their prime, though.
Probably Ashley.
Yeah,
I think Ashley's more from the streets.
She's got coke
Isn't Ashley
eyes.
the one that like lip synced on Saturday Night
SNL
Live
or something?
Yeah.
Martha Stewart and who?
Conor McGregor.
All right, my dad said Martha Stewart or Conor McGregor. Prison rules, though, right?
That's a good fucking fight. I think Martha.
Only
could
one
get
of
through.
them. Only one of them's been to prison.
Yeah.
He said prison rules, so
Oh, Martha.
If anyone knows, it's Martha.
I think Martha might take him out.
She's
Yeah.
got connections.
And if you see here, you see how you can repurpose this dirty Irish man into fertilizer.
Hey, if you think about it, technically with those fights, especially prison rules, no disqualification.
He's
Yeah.
a great fighter, but what a piece of shit.
No, he's not that bad.
He's one of those
honestly.
people that it's just like
I
he
don't
doesn't
know,
know
like, he
how
went
to
off
shut
the
the
fucking
fuck
rails.
up.
Well, he went off the. Okay, so Conor
Which, like,
McGregor.
Yeah, I
Like-
get it. Like, top of the world. Fuck it, do what you
Yeah,
want.
he's on top of the world. He didn't
But,
go
like-
off the rails. He didn't go like into a drug binge or like
God.
any crazy shit like that. You know, he was just did what
Being
he
a
always
dick.
did. He
Yeah,
talked
right.
a lot of shit and he went at people. Wherever he went, basically. And
Oh, that's
I think
right.
the
I
only
forgot
time
he just fucking snapped his leg. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
shit.
broke his fucking.
I think the big one where people were like, what the fuck was wrong with him was like what'd he throw? Like something through
dolly.
Was it a dolly through a bus window or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that?
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was a random bus. You know what I mean?
like it was targeted. Yeah.
The
No,
whole
I know,
the
he
whole
knew the guy.
backstory about that is okay. So we're talking about Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yes, that's a real name, and Conor McGregor, the normal person name, right? So Conor
me your
McGregor,
belt.
give me your belt. Quick left, Joe Rogan. So so Conor McGregor. It's not enough, Joe Rogan. Give me your belt. Oh, Conor, what are you doing?
Look at that, it's the Milky Way. The largest asteroid belt.
Yeah, so
Where's this going?
so no.
Forget,
So
mate.
Conor McGregor,
It's foreplay.
he's gonna fight Khabib, right? Khabib is
Gonna
like
put him into a kebab.
kebab, exactly. And Khabib is like he's a very serious person. Aside from, you know what I mean? Like, he takes, like, insults seriously. So Conor McGregor talked a little shit, right? And Khabib got mad. So that's what Conor does. He talks up the fight. He makes the other fighter mad. He gets interviews. He sells shows. The guy's a fucking showman, right?
He knows
So-
how to bring attention to what he does.
That's why he's always pay-per-view fight. He's
He's
always...
gonna get those idiots that pay $80 to see a 30-second fight.
That's
Instead of
what
just
it is.
going to a
Always-
bar and getting some wings. Or something.
It's just
He's
like wrestling.
always-
He's trying to bring that stuff into there where it's like,
Except
hey,
it's
like,
real.
look,
He's a showman.
both are technically real. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, he sells a fight.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what you
Conor
want.
McGregor could sell a fight. And alone. He doesn't need like managers, all this other shit. He just needs someone to step in and push him apart. That's what Dana White's there for. That's literally it. So Conor McGregor talks a little bit of shit to Khabib. Khabib gets mad, right? Goes at him. They start arguing, blah, blah, blah. Khabib says something about Conor McGregor's wife. Conor McGregor says something about Khabib's girl. Whatever. They get now they hate each other, right? Even though Conor's just doing it for like ha ha ha, right?
He's doing it for clout.
I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell a show. So, but Khabib is like, I'm gonna kill this man. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he insulted my family. You know what I mean? So he's like, he's very, very serious.
I don't see where the Russian
And-
comes into play, but continue.
Well, he's from where is he from? Slovakia, there's some shit like that. Scandinavia.
I don't know any of these
So-
people besides
Eastern
Connor.
European.
That's it.
Yeah, well, Khabib is a very serious like European fighter, and he
Forehead.
he wrestled a bear once. Yeah, Courtney. So anyway, Khabib gets pissed and he can't get anywhere near Conor before the fight happens. So Khabib is having his fight, right? In a couple days with another fighter. And Conor McGregor's like boy was talking a lot of shit too, right? Khabib, after his fight, jumped out of the ring and ran at Conor McGregor's boy and just started fucking wailing on him, right?
Yeah, I
so
remember that. Yeah.
they had to break that up. Now after they broke it up, Conor McGregor's boy started talking even more shit. He's like, oh, he's a pussy. He had to attack me where they could like split us up. So Khabib's boys found Conor McGregor's one guy and jumped him.
Right.
Yep.
Conor McGregor caught wind of this and flew from wherever the fuck he was in the middle of nowhere all the way to Vegas and found Khabib at his fight. And when Khabib was leaving with all of his trainers, he grabbed the dolly and threw it through the window and said, I'm going to fucking kill you. Because he was defending his guy, one of his people. Right?
Right.
Now,
This is
everybody was like...
confirmed, right? Because I haven't
Confirmed.
seen anything. Okay.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah. I remember
So everyone was like, yo, Conor McGregor's off the rails. He's losing it. He was just, in my opinion, in a very, very bad way, caring for his friends. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, well, you're going to kick the shit out of my friends? Well, I'm going to kick the shit out of you, you know? And then he goes crazy. And they start leaving on the thing, and he threw the dolly through the window.
It's
right?
always
Big
when you're seeing
fucking-
red because you're not thinking clearly and you want to get your
Yeah,
point across,
exactly.
but it does not come out the way that you want it to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
So-
definitely set a nice tone of knock it the fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, it set a tone, and then McGregor wound up losing that fight, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
'cause
that's
he
what
has
made
no
him look
co-
worse.
He has no ground game. That's all it is.
Nope.
Khabib
Oh,
is
yeah.
literally
I don't
like,
even
if
watch
Khabib
it,
gets
and
you
I
on the
know he
ground,
has
you
no
can't
ground
move.
game.
Well, he's Irish.
Yeah.
They can box, and that's it.
Well,
And drink.
the whole thing is Khabib is a wrestler, right? So he'll
Right.
grab you and like drag you to the ground and grapple you and twist you
Yeah,
up.
he's gonna
and
wreck
shit.
your shit
And
down
he's like,
low.
he's very heavy too, and he's
Was
very
that the fight
top
that he
heavy.
broke his
so-
leg, or no? That was a different fight.
No, it's
No.
not.
Okay.
No.
Later.
All right. I did
That was
actually
against
see that one,
Cowboy, wasn't it? That was against Cowboy.
though. Okay.
Yeah. So
That was rough.
after. What are you gonna do? He had a hairline
Yeah.
fracture in his fucking femur. So like, what do you
That'll
expect?
fucking do it. Yeah, that's what it was like. They're like,
Well,
oh,
he
he
was
broke
like-
his leg. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Look at the X-ray.
But
Like,
did you? Yeah. And then he walked over. He just stepped back, and you see his
Yeah,
leg
he
just fall off. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
nah, guys, it's all right. Trust me, it's all right.
Yeah.
between
There's
the
nothing
knee
wrong
and the
with that.
ankle. That's why I was like, ugh. I'm like, oh, I hate those. It was like what's his name, Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
He kicked
Yeah.
the guy, and his leg just whoop, like
And then it
noodled
happened to the
around
guy
his
like
thigh. I
years
was like,
later
ugh.
when he came
Yep.
back.
And then it happened to the other guy. Yeah.
And I was like,
the guy
you guys are cursed. You guys can't fight. Stop.
Yeah.
Like,
It should
just-
be over after that.
Like I get it. You want to keep going. I get
20
it.
years
I
from now, they're
understand
going to
that.
kick each other and their fucking heads are going to break.
Well, it's like, it's like Muhammad Ali, like greatest boxer of all time. And now if you see him, it's like, or even fucking, if you guys know Ronnie Coleman,
Yep.
Sounds familiar.
black dude, huge power lifter. He was the lightweight,
Yeah.
ain't nothing but a peanut. He's just like shrugging like 700 pounds like it's nothing. And he was just fucking yoked.
He was a
And
police
now
officer,
like-
wasn't he?
I think he was, yeah. And then he just started lifting. And they're like, oh man, this guy's massive. But
Dude, Ronnie
but now
Coleman
he like, but
is
now he like can't walk. He like shakes. He like can't walk.
Well,
It's too
'cause
heavy.
It
It's
caught
so-
up with him.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
such a
but it's just-
strain. It's such a strain on your body.
Oh yeah, it's just
be
depressing
doing that shit.
because you're like, this
Yeah.
guy was like
Just
a
like you
fucking
see the
monster.
wrestlers. Like you look at Ric Flair before he was 70,
Oh,
probably
yeah.
like 10 years ago, and he looked like he was like 80. And he's like,
Yeah.
no,
Well,
I'm
that's-
60. It's like,
That's
What?
why they all die at 50. Almost
Yeah,
like
right?
how many wrestlers have you seen die at 50, commit suicide, or kill their whole family and then commit suicide? Oh, that's a weird one. Yeah, Chris Benoit's brain was literally fucking mush from all
I was
the
gonna
concussions
say it was
that he
definitely a
had.
family man.
That was just because of concussions and painkillers and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like
it
his
sucked.
his brain was literally like
That
pudding.
racks up quick.
If you
No,
ever
well, the
watch,
guy-
there's a
the-
show called Dark Side of the Ring, and they actually go into detail.
Yeah, I
about
saw
some
that.
I heard
weird-
of that one.
Dude, just it should be like on demand, even if you just have cable. Just go look on demand and stuff like that. It's a 2-part thing, I think. It was so fucking sad, like just the amount of shit that they had to go through, and they play the phone calls when everything's happening, and it's like,
Yeah.
Which is insane that they got him.
Yeah,
And-
wasn't
I
it
think
like
they let
WrestleMania or something?
It was after WrestleMania. It was after the big one where like he actually won like the big championship. He was in a triple threat against Shawn Michaels and Triple H. And now when you go back, of course, they don't try to talk about it. But like now I think his son's wrestling, I'm not too sure. But trying to think of what actually happened because it wasn't at
Didn't
WrestleMania.
he kill his son?
I think it was months.
Killed his
So
whole family.
he killed his
Yeah.
son and his wife. Not his older son though. His older son survived. He was. I don't even think he was there. I don't know if he was there or not.
Yeah, I mean probably not.
And he apparently strangled himself afterwards on his workout equipment. So.
Yeah, something
And
that.
like, there's
Yeah, it
still
was, like,
some
on a
people.
Bowflex.
There's still some
And that's
people
why
that
their
think it
sales
was
tanked.
actually more of a conspiracy, where they thought that maybe someone else went in there and did the job to make it look like that. Like, I'm pretty sure even Chavo Guerrero, he's one of those people. But like, anytime they ask him, he's like, "I'm not talking about it."
Yeah.
Because like there was
Which
some weird stuff
it's
at the
happened.
same time, like text messages that didn't make sense, and it's like something's off here. But again, it always goes back to the concussions because of how much shit he went through. And if you go back and look at half the shit Benoit did, number one, his fucking flying headbutt. That is one of the most like
Yeah.
not perceived moves ever. But even Daniel Bryan, after he almost fucking broke his
Snapped
neck,
his neck. Yeah.
still would do the flying headbutt, and it's like, boy. But
Yeah, I know, right? Let me land on
look-
the top of my
look at
head
Brian
and put all
now.
the strain on my neck.
Brian left WWE. His contract ran out. He went to AEW, and he's having the best part of his fucking career right now. Oh my god, every match is like 5 stars.
Yeah. They're not doing
That's
as much
awesome.
crazy shit. Like,
Oh no,
about-
he's still, dude. He fought this guy from Japan, and they beat the ever living shit out of each other. His chest
Oh,
looked like
yeah.
ground meat.
But I'm
It was
saying,
bad.
like, flying headbutts are a little more like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this move.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, like in general, don't do a flying headbutt.
Yeah.
Like, just no. But still,
Right, like-
you see the rest
there's
of the
one
wrestlers
move that
like
could hurt
flying
you
over
for
the
the rest
top
of your
ropes,
life.
doing flips,
Yeah,
corkscrews, and everything, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
I get it. And like, dude, God, for the fucking Undertaker, like 10 years ago, like,
Mm-hmm.
and back, he always did jumping over the top rope to the outside and tackling
Which was-
someone.
Yeah.
For his size, that's dangerous, baby.
That's scary as
But,
shit. And he fucking sprints to the outside too.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
That-
But that's
yeah.
like, talk about shit catching up. Because, like, yeah, we don't think about it. But, like, I feel this now, like, from my surgery. So, like, what's that going to be when I'm
Of course.
40? You know what I mean? Like,
You're gonna be like,
shit.
oh.
But it's like of no fault of my own.
Sounded like a
So
voice
it's like,
filter.
God, yeah, it did actually sound like it was through one of those fucking low pass. So it's like, fucking cranked it.
How are you doing?
Oh wow, we put them only in fucking the key of G. No, like it's stressed enough. Like in high school sports too, like we watch shit on concussions and like people would come in and talk and like
You know, see a live
dangers, and if you
childbirth.
break something. Yeah, right. Like, that, can we talk about that right now? Did you guys no, really? Did you guys have that in health class where it's
Yes.
like your parents got to sign off on the thing and it's like, all right, it's a video
Yep.
on how a baby's made. Nowhere in that fucking permission slip did it say we'd watch a live birth.
I'm pretty
Because
sure they
it
still
was-
talk to our parents about it.
But it was like, it was just how jarring it was because the
Right.
whole video is like, so it was, I was back in high, what was it, 2010, 2009?
It was probably what, like 9th or 10th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 11? Yeah, 9th or 10th, but it was like 9th or 10th, you know, it's like, haha, penis, vagina. And then 11th, you like get the permission slip one, right? Because there's a whole video on it. And it's it shows like how everything's diagrammed, and they have like these cool CGI things, and they were interesting. Like we're all just kind of like, wow, holy shit, that's pretty cool.
Is that
You
what
know,
a vagina really looks like?
well, like the layers, how everything works, you just kind of, as a dude, you're like, this is kind of interesting. And it gets to this part where it's showing how the baby develops. You know, here's his lungs, here's his heart, here's the size he is at so many months.
That's like, oh,
and all the
that's so
guys, we're all sitting
cool.
there, going, hey, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that shit. Wow. Oh my God, it goes from that to that quickly. But then it gets to the point where it says, like, what happens when a woman gets close, like when she starts getting contractions, and how it kind of, like, is made to align the kid properly so it can... I'll never forget this. It's, like, burned into my head as PTSD. It's just like... And the baby's head descends into the birth canal to be brought into the world. And then it...
Yeah, and then it's
cuts
just
to
like
this thing. It's a
boom,
wide
video.
shot of this woman. Just the head just... Pop, like, right out her fucking pussy. We're like, Jesus, fuck! All the guys... are losing it. The women are hysterical. Even our teacher, she's red in the face laughing. We're looking back at her like, what the fuck? You didn't want to tell us that was going to be in the video? She's hysterical.
You mean women give birth?
She was a little... But we know we just were ready to be... We thought it would be when we're older, right? Like, come on, honey, push. You know, that's the first time we'll see... With
Yeah,
the head
and
just
then
coming
3
right
years
out.
later, half your
Not-
fucking graduating class has a child.
Well, that was her reasoning for doing it. She said, I wanted to traumatize the guy so you think a little harder about, you know, maybe pull it out. And I was like, which at that point, we're all hysterical.
Dude.
And let me tell you, it did not do a damn thing for me. It's way too good. Don't pull out.
Oh, you didn't get hard from it? I mean...
Dude.
Oh, no, not that. Jesus Christ. You should go on a watch list and fucking kill yourself.
Dude,
I don't
there's,
advocate suicide, but if you want to fuck a kid, kill yourself. Suck start a fucking 12 gauge. Give it the old Kurt Cobain special. Jesus Christ.
Dude.
Yo,
Oh my God.
speaking of which,
Because-
I just saw a post from like 10 years ago on Facebook. It was a Tumblr post that I made. And it was, what was the best sound to
Tumblr.
come out of Kurt Cobain? The shotgun blast.
Fucking God, dude.
All right, but look, in all seriousness,
Love
I don't
killing.
really like Nirvana, so it's not because I don't like Nirvana. It's just it was crude humor. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's how we roll here.
Yeah. What's it
But-
called?
Oh my God.
In sixth year, you want to talk about crude humor?
Oh, no.
right.
I was the only kid in my. I went to a Lutheran school, right? So,
Oh,
And you were
sorry.
a Jew.
no,
I
I was
smell
not a
sitcom.
Jew. Nah.
I thought you just said,
So-
"Oh, you were a Jew."
Yeah, that's what I thought you said too.
I did say
was like,
that. did
yeah,
say
okay,
that.
good. Because I was like, I'm not a Jew. I'm Catholic. I don't even know why I went to this school.
Robert and
So-
Mattia Goyevich Goldberg. Jesus.
Let's throw the
I'm just
Italian
saying,
in there.
maybe he wasn't the son of God even.
No, so I was the only kid in my class with Tourette's, right? So
Right.
I constantly cleared my throat, and I was like, blinking real hard and shit. And they used to pick on me, right? So
As they
I
do, kids.
told the teacher, because I didn't know what to do, because I was like 11, right? And I was like, hey, I have Tourette's. I can't control these tics. And like the kids keep making fun of me, but like, how do I stop it? And she's like,
Right.
I'll put a stop to it. And I was like,
Shot him.
okay. So in her attempt to help me, we watched for 2 days, right? This class was only 45 minutes. So for 2 days straight, we watched a movie, not a video, a movie about how shitty it is to have Tourette's. And and I was just sitting there
Dude, I
like
hear
this?
this backfiring
no,
immediately.
dude, I was just sitting there like this, and I don't know if you know this, but people with Tourette's, when they talk about it, it gets worse. And when they see someone else with Tourette's ticking, it makes my tics worse. So I'm watching a video on children going through school, and this one girl, I'll never forget her. She used to just go, like every 2 seconds,
Yeah,
like,
that's
and
a
that was
shame.
her tick. So every time she came on and they interviewed her, and she was like, "Yeah, and it's really hard for me to," I would go, and I would like blink my eyes, and everybody would look over at me and go. So for 2 straight days, I was getting just emotionally and mentally massacred by these kids because every time one of the kids ticked on screen, I ticked, and then everybody turned around and went and waited for me. Like they would tick on the screen, and everybody would turn their head and look at me, and I go.
And then the next
you know,
day, the teacher just looks at Rob and says, "See, look, I did everything in my power, and it worked." And it's
She's
like,
laughing even
what
harder
the
than the kids.
Dude, I was literally in the chair like this, like just covering my face
So
with
you
my
couldn't
planner.
blink? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I was just like, I couldn't watch, I
Holy
couldn't
shit.
listen.
This
It
is
was,
when
like,
the
imagine-
teacher should have,
that was-
gone and talked to maybe, I don't know, a fucking expert with that stuff and not just go and say, let's play video filled with ticks.
It's like, dude,
That's pretty
like,
funny.
I don't know if there
Looking
was a
back, it's
video,
hilarious.
dude. Like she tried to help, but what a backfire! And there's actually a video on
Good
YouTube.
intentions.
There was a video on YouTube where they put like 14 people in a room with Tourette's,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, yeah.
when one of them ticked, they all did, and the whole room was just like
It's a
blaring
shame.
with sound.
I feel so
dude.
bad. And
Like,
it's like, you don't want to laugh, but it's just like, then you see them laughing.
But-
and it's like, okay, all right.
Right,
good.
but like,
I was
how can you
laughing
not
and
laugh?
ticking.
It's,
how can you
it's
not
just
laugh,
a
though? It's
natural
so
human
absurd.
response.
They were all laughing too, because one guy would walk in and there were a lot of them that had the verbal tics, which are terrible, right? I luckily have like a very like small verbal tic. I clear my throat, right? And then after I
Yeah.
clear my throat,
Yeah.
I make some growling noise, like, but you can't hear that because that's like my mouth is closed. It's in my neck, right? And then I'll usually blink really hard. Blah! And then I'll usually blink
So
really
that's
hard.
where that technique came from
Yeah.
in metalcore.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just
got
Tourette's.
it.
Randy Bly just has.
Could you fucking
I knew it.
imagine if that's how the blech came around
Yeah.
from Tourette's?
Yeah, they're like,
Rain on the souls of the innocent. Blah. Fuck. I was the first from the fallout. Blah.
yeah, so,
The
yeah,
bassist
one guy
is
was
just like,
like,
fuck it.
That was so
so
good.
there
How'd
was
you
a-
plan that? I didn't.
it's
Continue.
What the fuck, dude?
Thanks. It's the bane of my existence. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So there's a
Feel a
yeah,
little-
dude, but I was watching that video. It was so funny because the verbal tick people were ticking, and then it would set off all the physical ticks, and holy shit! Like this one girl was just like, "Fucking cocksucker," and then like 4 people around her were like, "Cocksucker, cocksucker," and then all the other people in the corner were like. It was just like a symphony of fucking Tourette's. Oh god, dude, I was living.
It's just like the one streamer, Sweet Anita. She's got Tourette's. She's extremely fucking popular. But I think she
Yeah.
even said it's getting to the point where she wanted to maybe stop streaming because it's a little hard for her, which I could
Right.
imagine. But I don't know. I could have been reading that wrong.
Yeah, she has a really extreme case of Tourette's. Like even
different.
Ethan Klein from H3H3, he
Oh,
has
yeah.
Tourette's. I don't know if you know that, but when you see him
Yeah, he's
talking,
always
he's always like this, and like he
Oh,
can't
I
control
thought that
his
was
eyebrows.
I thought that was him just being extra.
No, that's
No,
that's
he
full
can't
on
control
Tourette's.
Okay.
his facial expression. Yeah, so
That's why
like,
he's like,
yeah, his eyes are
looks like
really
he just got
bad.
hit with a flashbang. Like, yeah, that's-
Yeah, his eyes are really bad. Mine are bad too, but like not as bad as his.
But he like leans into the skid, and that's where I respect the shit out of that. Because like when I was younger, there's a farmer's market near me. It's not open anymore, but it was known as the freak show gathering. Like you would see some weird fucking people here.
Ooh,
Some
my
were
favorite.
disabled, some were just ancient and weird, or they just leaned into their skid, did whatever they wanted. I was attempted to get recruited into the KKK there.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was that kind of fucking farmer's market. But anyway, there was this guy that he'd ride around.
Do you
in a
like white
wheelchair.
hoods?
Yeah. Well, I'll do this guy first. So he had a weapons stand. You could buy some really cool World War II stuff, but he had a lot of shit from both sides. And it was legit. And the one day I was in there in high school, I always had my head shaved, and I didn't have this yet. But, I looked like,
Ah,
hey, big
you got the
Aryan
skinhead.
kid.
You're
I
already
bet
there.
Yeah. They would do the fittings in the back of the fucking shop.
That's not
And he
suspicious at all.
The way he started talking to me was weird. It was just like, so how do you feel about the area? I was like, I don't go to this part. I was like, I live over in this town. It's one town away. We play you guys at football a lot. It's like, hey, you guys are good. Like big ass kids too. Jesus Christ, you're all corn fed. You know, you're just bullshitting. And then he made some kind of comment, be like, you got any kind of like club activities, or you know, you looking for a lot of like minded people? And I was like,
that's a statement, sir. Where are you going?
And I was like, any other context, any other shop, I wouldn't be suspicious.
Right.
You know, I was
Like if I was out getting
However-
a Danish and you asked, you want to hang out with
But
some
you have-
like-minded people?
you have some of the cool like, don't get me wrong, the Nazi stuff is cool as fuck. Like if I
The
could have
weapons
some-
look cool. The people that use
Dude,
them, not cool.
They out fashioned everybody. Like,
Yeah,
it
wait, who was their
awesome.
who was their designer?
Hugo Boss?
Hugo
Or
Boss.
Hugo Boss or Boss, whatever.
Hugo Boss,
The
yeah, yeah,
Doc Martens made the boots, like, but now all the white women wear them. They're so nice. I paid
They really do.
$400.
Yeah,
It's like
there's
that
a
was
lot of
Curb
them.
Stunk and some guy named Ezekiel. Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah,
But-
you took out prisoner 620146
like,
with
what
that
the
boot.
fuck? And IBM was making their fucking counting sheets for all like, oh hey, here's how you allocate all your. They were Jewish accounting machines basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Pretty
hey,
much.
here's all your people, but we don't talk about that. Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, it's cool.
I got
now.
a side story for whenever you're
But,
done talking about that.
But yeah, so that was to give you how weird this place was. There were some places in there that were just institutions too. Like they were there forever. There's a guy that had all these like old school retro games and everything.
Oh,
and
those are
play
my
'em.
favorite, man. Going to a
But
farm
he
market
had-
and finding
he had
stuff
this
like
little he had this little stand and it was packed wall to wall with every fucking game you could think of, and then he had in the hard glass cases so you couldn't break into them, but he had the actual consoles, and then he, because Pokemon was big when I was a kid, you could go there and always find cards that you wanted or needed, or he'd buy
Yeah,
them
like they
from
probably
you. And he
had
was
like
good.
Legend of
Like, if
Zelda
you were a
locked
kid,
up.
if you were a kid and you had a card with $100, he probably gave you a card. He'd probably pay at least $90 for it, but you know,
Yeah.
he's a good dude. And then I
Yeah.
think he kept on doing his own shit. But there was this older guy. I think he was a nom vet. He didn't have legs below the knee. I guess maybe he stepped on like a landmine or some shit. But he would roll
BKA,
around.
yep.
He would roll around. Nice guy. I think he knew my grandpa or something. But the inside of the farmer's market, like it was just on this shittily paved, like semi-dirt thing. So there were a lot of like divots in random spots.
Right.
And the one time he's moving pretty quick and his chair gets caught and he goes, huh, like flies out. He wasn't like seat. So some of them, they have a little seat belt so they don't fall
Yeah.
out. He flies
Yep.
out. So I go, oh shit, man, you okay? He's like, my fucking shins. And I start laughing immediately. No one else starts laughing. And they're like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, he doesn't have any fucking shins. Like, that's why it's funny. God damn. And he looked disappointed that it was like me and some other guy laughing. He's like, I thought that was fucking funny. And just starts rolling away. And from that point, it's just kind of like, you know, that sense of humor is really fucking good. Like we talked about early on, that guy that had like MS or whatever and was on Last Comic Standing.
Yeah.
His name was. That shit is so
Josh
goddamn
Blue.
funny, and there's still people
Josh
that
Blue.
think you shouldn't laugh at that, even though they get up there and want you to laugh. It's
And
more
they
fucked
tell
up
you,
not to
I'm
laugh.
making fun of myself.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's sad they even have to say it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a comedian with MS, it would be even funnier if you did a whole routine and just not mention MS. I would die fucking laughing if at the end you were like, yeah, I have MS. And you've been doing this the whole time. You got like
Yeah.
water on your shirt and everything. That would be hysterical.
Yeah, just end the
That would
entire
slay.
skit with just a one last
yeah,
joke. I also have MS. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
I would fucking die. The whole room should fucking explode at that point because they had to be like, wow, he's making some really fucked up jokes. But then the veil is lifted. The mystery is revealed. He has MS. That's why he's been.
That's
why
he's been shaking the entire time.
That's why he's been making a protein shake for 50 minutes. It's like-
That's why his claw has been holding the microphone this way.
So
fucking
let me bring it back to the you were talking about, you know, the fun
Yeah, the memorabilia
people,
and
the all that fun stuff. So since you were talking about the numbers and everything, like on the captured people and whatnot, you know, the Jewish people in the camps with the numbers. About a year
Not the
ago,
Jews.
I actually I transported someone that did have the tattoo, and I was like,
Holy shit.
holy
Wow.
fuck.
They fucking
And
200 years
she
old.
was-
Yeah, I was
Jesus.
about to say, how old were they?
She was, I think, like probably in her 90s. I can't remember, but
Had to be.
she was
Yeah.
the nicest fucking person I've ever met in my
yeah.
entire life. And like and I was working with Gabby at the time, and I was just like, dude, we have to go back and visit her. Like, there's no way we can't just not go back and visit her. I can't remember if she had COVID or something, but it was, I'm trying to remember, but like, we get the warnings every now and then, like back in the day, because it was like, it was right at the beginning of this year, so it was kind of like just, be careful and all that fun stuff.
Right.
But it was
Well-
it was a very strange, like, the realization when you see that and you're like, oh fuck, that's real.
Dude, I don't even know what I'd do if I saw that.
Yeah, right? Like, that's a weird sight. But you know what's even weirder? Because you said she's 90-something years old and she had the tattoo. It instantly, like, synced in my
Like
brain.
she was a kid.
No, how many Nazis did she fuck to not turn into toast? Had to be a lot. Had to be a few. Right? Had to be a dozen.
Maybe.
Not even gonna say it. Like, I'm just not surprised. This is
No, because,
ahead, go
like,
ahead.
Speaking,
No,
is that
like,
what we're
you-
gonna do? Just talk about Nazis? I got one then.
no.
because
We're done. We're done
because
with the
I mean,
It blends
think
both
about it.
topics. Don't worry.
I
It's
mean,
not
think
that-
about it, right? Because, like, a lot of them were used to have sex with the soldiers. Right?
Yeah.
They had nothing else going on. Even though they detested them, they would have sex with them just to deprive
Just to
them
do
of their self-respect or self-worth, right?
Yeah.
So-
like half of them didn't have a goddamn choice in the matter, of course.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how many of them made the choice to just be like the slutty Jew woman to avoid Les Ovons.
There's
you know?
probably a decent amount.
Hey, you play
Yeah.
Psychonauts 2? They talk about people making up different personality to survive like a traumatic event, and they do it
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
I
well.
wonder if you spend your whole life making fucking bagels, so you don't want to turn into one. So, it's like,
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. dude. Well, they boil them first, actually,
oh,
to make a good bagel. True New York style bagel. Anyway, so while we're talking about this lovely topic, I might have talked about this one before too when we were talking about like some comedy stuff, but like talking about the MS guy made me think of it. Roseanne, like from
Yep.
the hit show.
Roseanne fucking killed her career, bro.
Oh yeah,
She was
I love
dumb.
her though. She is so fucking funny.
Killed her career.
I
dude.
don't care. She is so fucking funny.
The first thing that she did that everybody hated her for was she went to a ball game. I think it was like a World Series game.
Oh yeah, and sang it.
And they asked her if she could sing the national anthem, and she went up and she's like, "And the home of the free." Yeah, like
Is she
Like,
like
she
even
was, like,
known
thought it
for
was funny.
singing, like, at all?
she was like purposely making it bad.
Oh.
she
like,
can, she
you
can
know.
actually sing pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like, she's pretty good. I'll
Yeah,
say
but
that.
then what did she? It was for Halloween, wasn't it? She dressed up as Hitler.
Oh, no. So this is all I'm going to talk about. I used to watch the show Green Room. Paul Provenza may have talked about it before. Great.
That
Go
sounds
back and
familiar.
watch it. It's
Yeah, that's where
hum-
comedians come on, right?
It's hilarious. Yeah, it was like
It's like
during a
4 or
comedy
5
festival.
comedians.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like 4 or
during a
5
comedy
comedians
fest.
sitting on like couches in a circle, and then there's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
crowd
they're just
around them.
bullshitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bo Burnham was on that once. I'm so
So
sorry
is
to
Patrice
cut you off.
O'Neill. Rip, one of my favorite.
Yeah,
Love
he's the man.
Patrice. Diabetes is a motherfucker.
Yep, he was funny as fuck.
But that might have been the one Roseanne was on. I think it was her, Patrice, Bob Saget, and
Bob
someone
Saget's
else.
fucked
Ooh,
up.
Bob
he is-
Saget
Yo.
is rough.
Nobody has any idea how fucked
He
up
is
he is because he was on Full House and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Bob Saget." It's like, no, dude. Bob Saget's a
he's pretty
fucking
fucked up.
savage, dude. He's
He's a
psycho.
monster.
Wait, do you remember from Half Baked when Dave Chappelle was in the AA meeting towards like the beginning of
I
it?
I suck dick for crack.
yeah, yeah.
And you said you're addicted to marijuana? Boo this man!
But like he is funny.
Oh god, yeah.
Like because of Full House and the whole comedy writers, people are just like, oh, whatever, he's not that funny.
Yeah, it's like, no,
hilarious.
he's fucking funny.
Like, what was it? There was, talking green room real quick, there was one with like Bo Burnham when he was like fucking 20. I wanna
Yeah,
say.
and Bo
When he
Burnham
young.
was on there. He burned
It was
the
Ray
shit out of all of
Romano
them.
and all these other old like Mark Maron, all these old heads
Yeah.
that have been doing it forever.
Yo,
And they're
that's
like,
one of my favorite Bo Burnham moments ever.
dude, it's so funny. Is the one guy's like, I have to ask, just on behalf of the table here, who are you? And the other room starts losing it, and Bo goes, I'm like 20, so I was gonna ask all you guys the same thing, and they all start laughing. And Ray Romano's like, he can stay, he's all right, he's pretty funny, he's good. It's like, so everyone starts losing it.
Romano.
Dude, Ray Romano's funny as fuck too. If
Of
you let
course
him
he is.
talk.
He's
But
funny
you,
as
like,
shit.
it's so weird because you look back and all these like sitcom show people.
Well, they were all
like,
on
comedians.
sitcoms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
then
they
they're
were
all,
they were like they were going. The whole reason they got picked up for these sitcoms is because they were funny. They made like a small name for themselves, and people were
Yeah.
like, you know what? You want some money? Like, come
Yeah.
on to this sitcom. Can you act?
like, hey, we got this Everybody Loves Raymond thing. Here's writers. Because like even when they're on that one with Bo says something funny, and Ray's like, "You'd be a great writer," and Bo's just like, "Ow." That's like an insult to a comic. Like, oh yeah, you'd be a great writer. But no,
Yo.
with the Roseanne thing, you were talking about like her dressing up for Halloween. So what she just did it because she thought it was hysterical. I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah, I laughed.
She dressed up like Hitler and had a little tray of like cookies,
yeah.
and she was like looking off screen, and they post the picture there because what was it, Paul Provenza, he's like, Roseanne, what the fuck? So they put up the picture and the room starts dying. There's people, Jesus Christ. She's like, everyone's quiet. She's like, yeah, I got in a little trouble for that one. Everyone's hysterical. And they're like, Paul's like, what are you staring at? She's like, well, he's looking to the future because he has hope. And then everyone starts fucking crying. Patrice chimes in. The only way you could have made that fucking worse is if you made the cookie skinny. I was like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, Patrice
So
is
everyone's
just
crying.
fucked up.
And Roseanne's like explaining herself. She's like, I think it's stupid. I even have to explain myself. But like a short, fat Jewish woman playing Hitler should be hilarious. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She makes a
that was
good
like
argument.
That was like 2012, I guess. But I was like,
Yeah,
I
because that was a
like
while ago.
19. I was
Yeah.
like 19, and I was like, that is some of the funniest shit.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really funny.
It's funny.
If
Yeah.
you did it today, gone.
Yep.
Gone. You're depersoned. Like, that should
Yep.
concern people.
I don't
Like
want to
years
say
ago,
unalived,
hilarious.
but just removed from society.
Yeah.
Depersoned.
Nah,
You're gone.
they,
You're off all
um,
tech, everything.
Yeah, they make sure.
That's
to,
scary. That's what China
they make
does.
sure to. Yeah, they just
Where do we live?
take you away, disappear. You know?
They said that was a not okay joke. It's like, It's all okay.
Yeah.
It's all okay. I
You
will
could
defend
choose
every
whether or not
effort.
to laugh at it.
You can take
You know?
every effort. Because you know what? I bet there's some really fucking funny Holocaust jokes. I bet there's some really funny battered women jokes. I've heard funny rape jokes. But I've also heard not funny ones, but I will defend the effort to present it every time. No, really, because the second
you
you start
tried.
saying you
You
can't make a
tried,
joke about that, that's bad. You got to be
Yeah.
able to talk about everything.
It's a
Either all
fucking
of it's
joke.
okay. Either all of it's okay or none of it's okay.
Yeah,
You cannot
that's a
pick and
iDubbbz
choose.
line.
I mean, he's not wrong. That was probably one of the best things he said.
Yep, he's a very smart guy.
Yeah, he dated that one feminist woman for a while, didn't he? Are they still together?
It's his wife. They're married.
Oh, are they married? Good
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of
for
which,
him.
here we could spin it into this one.
He's
You
gonna
heard
fight
about
Rice
the
Gum.
whole thing? Oh no, I didn't hear about that. Oh no, that was funny
Wait,
as
what?
fuck though. The song, the fucking diss track
Song?
was great. But what
Yeah,
I was
well,
getting
yeah,
at,
The Rice Gum diss track.
so
yeah, that was
there was a lot of
phenomenal.
people getting a huge amount of flack on iDubbbz because of his wife, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming you know what his wife
Really?
did, right?
Yeah, she was. Well, wait, what she did? I know she had like that feministy.
No, she has.
or
No,
something.
she got a boob job and then started an OnlyFans.
Oh, that one. No, I'm thinking it's a different. One. He
So-
dated, what was her name? Lacey Green. She did like feminist
Oh.
stuff or something.
Oh yeah,
I remember
no.
Lacey.
No, I heard about that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
with the.
I can't
See-
remember what her name is, but
Ooh, that's a good
Anissa,
topic.
Anissa
That
Joma.
this is a really good topic. I want to run with that. Eric,
so
but keep going.
the only reason I was bringing this one up is just because, like, honestly, your female's getting naked, but making profit off of it. Why does that make him a simp?
No, I mean it's not. I mean it's in my opinion, it's his decision on whether or not he's okay with that. Me personally, I'm not really okay with that.
No. I wouldn't
but
it's not Amanda doing it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Like this is his life, bro. Like if he wants to let his girlfriend take her tits out and show it to people for money.
And that's the whole thing though with her. She doesn't even get fully nude. She doesn't show everything. So like everyone's just like, "Oh, okay, well she's out sleeping with other guys." No. She's showing she's teasing.
Argument.
Yeah.
That's the wrong argument because I've talked about this with some people before. If I start dating a girl and I find out she has an OnlyFans, I don't have it's my decision at that point to either walk away or keep going with it because that was done before I came around.
Well, yeah.
So there's no disrespect. If I'm dating a girl, we've been together a long time, and then she starts an OnlyFans, and then this is where it branches. If she doesn't tell you, that is a huge breach of trust.
No, she needs to tell you.
You should leave that person. I will fully explain.
Well, she never
hid
it. Yeah, she never hid it.
No, she never hid it from him. Yeah. That's where option 2. She starts it. It's going to be rocky at first, likely. But if you can discuss the content, I feel like there's a little more trust there. Because it's just like, she's just fucking spread eagle. There's the dog's mouth, like, all right. Like, have every right to feel uncomfortable.
I don't know if that's on OnlyFans, but...
No, well, he doesn't feel uncomfortable. He's like, like, to him... He's like, yeah, I love her, and like this is what she wants to do, so I'm not gonna get in the way of that.
But at the end of the day, I get inside her, so like,
that's the whole thing too.
That's
it's just like
where I'm at
she's mine, and we make money off of that. So it's just like all these people that are just like, oh, you're such a loser. Like, why you let her do? It's like because it's my decision. It's her body. What the fuck do you want?
It's not even that. It's not even that like risque, to be honest.
It's because half the people that are like the big like OnlyFans people, like the ones on Twitch, like Amaranth and them, they don't go full nude. They don't do that. No. And they make how much?
Alinity
millions
does.
in 1 month? I think Alinity does.
Alinity does.
Yeah.
Also beats the shit out of her cat. That was her, right?
I think that was yes, that was her.
Yeah,
she made that joke when she went on Ms. Kiff's.
I was gonna say like beats her pussy up.
She's like best friends with Ms. Kiff right now. It's actually kind of entertaining.
No, one of my
she like took him to the car like a.
I thought Amaranth was
no, that was Cutie
close.
Cinderella.
Yeah.
I thought Amaranth was close with Ms.
Aren't they down in Texas together?
Amaranth is actually close with Wubby, I think.
Well,
they
anyway,
were doing hot tub streams together. That shit was hilarious. It's
great.
This is the best.
What's it called?
He's dressed in the green, fucking green suit in the tub.
Watching Tyler 1 react to the Alinity clip was funny as fuck. He's like, all right, listen. He's like, and he's trying to like put himself in her shoes. He's like, I have cats, So like, they jump up on your shit, take them. He's like, so occasionally I'll grab my cat, Nelson, and he'll be like, Nelson, get down. And like, he's sitting there like that, and he goes, Nelson, down. Nah, I don't even do it that hard. And he's like, Nelson, down. And like he's like slowly like doing it like that, and then he goes, all right, just show me the fucking video. So somebody sends him the clip, and he's like leaning forward, and he's trying to defend her at first before he like sees the clip. He's like cat owners, he's like sometimes we just like throw the cat, and he's like, now listen, was it a yeet or was it like a Nelson down, that, yeah. And he watches the video and he goes, whoa, and you see him back it up, and he's watching it like his face is so close to his screen, and he's like, she fucking threw him. he's like, oh my god, that was a yeet,
shit, dude.
That was a yeet, and he just like closes the video and goes, let me open that one more time. He goes back and he opens it again. Dude, he is such a fucking entertainer, bro. I love watching shit.
Did you see apparently this weekend or something, they had like some weird Twitch rivals thing? Like him, XQC, Hassan were all there. And like XQC and
his girlfriend was
Tyler were fucking screaming at each other. It was great.
I would...
They did...
I'm I think
Yeah,
I have like a newer respect for XQC just from watching Shit Camp, where they had like
Yes.
all the streamers select streamers come together. Like the whole thing that QT Cinderella did with Ludwig, where they had like a big house and they had a bunch of people. Like even Minx, she came over. Jay Schlatt was there, so it was just.
Oh, that had to be good.
No,
Just go watch them. It was so fucking funny.
I'll go watch that.
XQC is retarded, but he's also very funny. Like he speaks French as his first language. He's not American.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, he's French Canadian, which should make me hate him. But
Right.
I think he's from
Immediately
France,
off with a handicap.
if I remember right. Right. So anyway, the way he
Maybe.
says things, right? Like he can't articulate words
No,
properly, and
he
on
really
top
can't.
of that, he doesn't understand the English definition of some of the words that he says. So like. He was watching a video. I was just watching XQC is autistic for 20 minutes. So I was watching the clips of
love
XQC being autistic.
One day we'll get clips like that, boys.
Dude, and one of them, he's leaning over and he's watching a video about like turtles, and he just pauses the video and he's like, "The turtles, do they spawn with their shells or?" And
Spawn?
yeah, and somebody was
He's
like,
such a fucking pro gamer. Dear
yeah,
Lord.
and dude, he said something else that was so fucking stupid and funny.
You really wonder.
Oh,
how
it was
much
a
is, like,
bald
played
eagle.
up.
It was a bald eagle that like flew down and picked up a rat or something, and he's like, "It's a chicken!" Like he doesn't.
What?
Like, I don't know. It's retarded. Like he doesn't grasp. One of my favorite things is he gets mad at a game, and you see him stand up. Like he gets so amped that he gets pissed, and he jumps up like this, and he just swings his feet over his desk and slams the desk with his feet, and he swings back over, and he's like, "What the
I know
fuck
that
was
one.
that?"
You gotta wonder with these people, because like it's something I just wonder. Are the ones that are more successful, are they like actually authentic people? Like Jay Schlatt seems like he kind of be himself. You know what I mean? He doesn't really
So-
sound too played up.
Tyler's
But some
him,
of these,
100%.
yeah, but
Tyler's
that's why
100%.
he's so successful. In my head, that's why he does so well.
Yeah, XQC is just him. Asmongold is literally just him.
yeah,
Like,
he's just chilling. Like,
dude, if you look at Asmongold's room, it is a fucking mess. The whole place is a
hard.
mess. And people come in and they watch his stream and they're like, "Oh man, like somebody donated last time he was streaming. They were like, "Oh man, like I wish I could be like you." And he literally like looked at the donation and he goes,
well,
he goes,
he's
"Listen."
got,
He goes, "You
he's
could
got, like,
say
shit
you're
with his
jealous."
family health or something, right? Like, isn't his mom in a bad
He's
way or something?
I don't know, maybe, yeah, I think so.
know.
But
Something
he
like that.
lives upstairs from his mother, so he could take care
Yeah.
of her. So he
Yeah,
brings
that's
in
what I
all the
mean.
money and he gives her a place to live, you know. So he
That's pretty cool.
yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
But like somebody donated and we're like, "Oh, I wish I could be just like you." And he was like, "No, you don't." He was like, "Listen," he's like, "I'm a fucking wreck of a human being." He goes, "Do you see my room? Do you see this mess?" He's like, "I live in filth. I don't shower. I'm disgusting." He's like, "As a person, I'm very awkward. I'm very gross." He goes, "In here, I might be the man on the computer." He goes, "But I go out to get Taco Bell. It's a fucking it's hard for me." He's like, "It's weird." He's like, I'm very not. He's like, I'm very not personal, like personable in person.
He's just
He's like-
socially awkward and inept.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, "You don't want to be like me." He's like, "You could say that you want the things that I have." He's like, "Sure. Do I make a lot of money? Absolutely." He's like, "Do I have a great job? Absolutely. And I'm thankful for that every day." He goes, "But you don't want to be me." He's like, "Trust me, you
respect
don't
that.
want to be me."
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, "I am everything." That he's like, you know, the neckbeard fucking stupid fat gamers that sit in their house all day and live in their mom's attic. He's like, that's literally me. I'm a stereotype. He's like, he's like, I think that's why Blizzard hates me so much, because I am everything that they're trying to stay away from, and I am.
Right.
And
He's like, I think that's why all you guys like me so much, because
you know, with all the streamers and everything, most of them, they don't do anything to their houses. Like because they stay in one room, they make their room look great, but then the rest of the house, like they've said it too, they've admitted that like we have like no furniture, no one ever comes over, we just do our thing. And just like you were saying with like, do their real personalities like match their online? I think Schlatt is actually one of the ones that said Schlatt is a character. And like there's some things that are the same,
Yeah.
but most of it's kind of like it's an act.
Played up.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like I know for
Well-
a fact, like Ludwig and Miz, like they're practically almost the same person, and they
Yeah.
both admit we both have a fake laugh, and it's like, okay, so like,
Yeah, I mean,
you hear my
Tyler-
laughs; they're all fucking real all the time, just because I don't want to
Yeah.
act.
Well, Tyler is like, it's him, but extremely
Turned
aggressive and more
Yeah.
mean. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, as a person, people have seen him in real life. He's like the nicest guy ever. Like,
I don't doubt it.
Like, he was on a plane, getting on a plane. He had the fucking neck donut on and everything.
Yeah.
And one of his fans was on the plane. Like, somebody knew him. So they were like, hey, Tyler, can you say hi to the fans? And he, like, opened up his phone, and Tyler was like, you know, like, waved at them. You know? He's like, hi, have a good day. You know, and he went and, like,
Yeah,
sat
right?
down. And, like, he's just, like, a really cool dude in person. But
Yeah.
online, he has to be amped up fucking crazy because that's just how he is.
Well,
like,
as someone, Rob, you played League probably about as long as I have. It does
Yeah.
that to you. Like,
yeah.
that's just-
No, like,
I'm not. I like
He's
if
a
I
psycho.
play. What was I playing the other? Deep Rock Galactic. Love it.
Yeah.
Small developer. Coffee Stains, the publisher. Great publisher. I was playing the other day because they just came out with like seasons. When I
Yeah.
play that, and I get in a group with like three. I play that with randoms constantly because I'm just compelled to be nice. Even if they don't know what they're doing, I'm like, hey, driller, I don't know why you're going this way. Like, if you do this, you can just do a straight line up. And he's like, oh, cool. You know, like, if I play League with someone that doesn't know what they're doing, I'm like, I will fucking burn this guy's house to the ground. Like,
Yeah.
what
That's
is
like
this
the,
fuck- I'm like, how did this guy get out of the fucking disabled classroom early to come play League against me right now? What in the fuck? Like, I don't know what it is.
yeah,
Is it
I
just
call
the
them
style. Like,
I've been typing in the chat a lot more recently, so I'm expecting this account to be banned too. But
Oh dear lord!
well, they're gonna ban all chat.
I told my Nidalee yesterday that if she didn't have a brain with the same consistency of a bowling ball, maybe she would be okay. I said you must have. I
That
said
is
you must have.
solid brain. God damn.
I said you must have
brain.
no. I said you must have no ridges on that fucking solid, smooth brain of yours. I said
Oh,
you have
yeah.
a brain like a fucking bowling ball. And the guy was like, "Oh, and your brain's so big." I was like, "My brain's huge and it has ridges. My brain looks like a nut sack."
Yeah, I had one.
That's
my
just
buddy
like me with
Christian and I-
Gears. Like Gears
yeah,
of War,
dude,
man. You've
does
seen me
something.
with Gears. That I'm a different
Yeah.
person.
You're like, "What are you doing?"
Oh god.
Well, and
yeah.
I was playing League the other day with my buddy Christian. He just has a knack. Like, we both like playing ARAM.
Yeah.
We get into slobber knockers in ARAM, which people who don't play League, it's basically made as like everyone gets a random champ. You go in, you play against another team that got a random champ. It's literally just tug of war. Just center lane, who's going to win, push to the end, you win. It should take like 15, 20 minutes. The ones I get in with my buddy Christian are like minimum 30 minutes, and you're talking like 70, 80 kills each team. Like, it is a slugfest. You are playing your ass off for no reason. There was one character, what was it? It was some guy on our team. And it was a Darius. Rob, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
He literally would just go in 1v5 to try to ult one person and keep dying. If
Right.
he would have fought with us, we would have won. So we're getting near the end of the game, and the other team's typing to us like, "We're real sorry about your Darius. You guys would have stomped us by now." I was like, "Yeah, he kind of sucks." He goes, "Fuck you." And I was like, "Do you think to breathe?" It's like, I wonder if that would get me banned. Like, I've had an account banned. I've had my main one banned a couple years ago, but for a
Dude.
triad, it was just a verbal assault.
It's okay,
'Cause
bro. I
people
play
are
with my
so fucking
buddy.
Stupid.
I play with my buddy Salim, and he's fucking. And it's kind of
Yes.
funny because I asked him for his real name, and he's like, "Oh, my name is Salim," because he's
Salim
like,
Zimadim.
yeah, he's like, I think he's Muslim, but he his name in the game is Sleemy, bruh. So I was like, "Yo, Sleemy," and he's like, "Yeah, my name's just Salim. Like, it's the same thing."
I like it.
So Sleem hit Masters last
Shit,
season.
good for
He's
him.
crazy good. So he'll
Yeah.
get on his friends' accounts and play with me sometimes. So we're playing, and he's like, "I don't understand the people in your games. They're fucking god awful." Like, he's
Yeah.
like, "I've never played with worse people," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." So we were winning. And somebody did something stupid, and Sleem like typed in my Twitch chat, and he's like, "Hey, do you mind if I just throw this?" And I was like, nah, I don't care. And he types in the chat. He goes, bark for me, dogs. Like in the team chat. And nobody would. And he's like, bark for me and I'll win you the game. And they're like, we don't fucking need you. And he's like, bark for me. he just kept saying, it's just a woof woof. Just bark for me, man. And I'll win you the game. So he's like trying to demoralize the fucking team. And at the end of the game, he literally was like AFK. Like just typing, bark for me, you fucking dogs. Like all this other shit. And they're pushing into our nexus. And everybody on the team just went woof, 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 woof. And Salim ran out of the base like full speed and just mopped the floor with them. We won the game in like 4 minutes. And I was like, bro.
Jesus.
He's like, you see what I did? He's like, I knocked them down a peg. Now they'll think when they go into their game next game. He's like, I solo carried.
That's what kills me with this fucking game. Like, League is really unique. You can watch videos and get better. You don't even have to play it.
Yep.
You gotta just fucking think. So when people are like, are you fucking stupid? They're actually kind of wondering if you're fucking stupid. Like, it's not like you gotta do your homework to play the game. But if you have time in, you're gonna learn how shit works. If you watch videos, you'll also learn how shit works.
Yeah.
So, like,
Anybody could be good at
if
League.
you're bad, it's kind of by choice or you're brand fucking new.
So
Yeah, it's like you could learn a lot
Yeah.
just watching videos, and then you just rinse, repeat the shit you learned and get better at it.
And it works.
And then when you get the muscle memory down, then you get higher rank, and then you got to watch more videos. You know what I mean? It's just constant.
Like
homework.
I was,
so what
I
were you
was
gonna say,
watching
Eric?
one video and it was Vine Sauce playing Sonic Adventure because I fucking hate League. Sorry. And that's how I learned how to avoid League.
It's because you're bad.
Nah, I like my brain how it works right now. I don't want to get too fucking angry.
It's only when you're in front of
Respect.
that, though. That's the.
Respect,
It's like
yeah. It
I
turns
don't
you
know
into
how to
an
put it.
ape.
it does. Like
My
Go
girlfriend's
back, I
like,
want
my
to be
girlfriend's
monkey.
never seen me mad. My girlfriend's never seen me mad.
But
And she was
League
sitting
makes me
here.
mad.
She was sitting here fucking just drawing. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, can you fucking believe it? And I just like slammed my hands on the desk and I was
shit.
like, how the fuck am I over here? And this guy is standing right here. He has full lane priority and he doesn't come. And I'm just standing there and my girlfriend's like, you okay? I'm like, I'm fucking pissed. She's like, I've never seen you angry. I was like,
Yeah,
I got
that's-
veins coming out of my forehead. Dude.
That's why I
Like,
had to
it
move
just-
my computer downstairs when I first started like staying over here full time with Lauren because she's loud with her games and I'm loud with my games. But if I play anything that's like extremely competitive that I'm like fully into, no, dude, like
Yeah,
I
it's
fucking
over.
yell and I don't realize it
know.
because like with the headphones on,
Yeah.
I don't sound that loud.
Yeah, if
and
they're
it cuts
good,
down
you
the
don't,
decibel.
You don't hear it. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And like these are studio headphones, so like these ones I just got like I think last
So that's,
year.
Are they
cool.
Sennheisers?
Back.
I think yes.
So
yes,
like
they're-
if you play music, can you like
Sennheisers
hear
are
it kinda?
nice.
yeah, yeah.
Sennheiser, very nice.
These are
Sennheiser's
the
the best brand.
Bear Dynamic, so
Oh, Bear's good,
DT770 Pros. So like this
Okay.
is like, and I think it's 250 ohms, which means so it won't just fucking like crack out the sound if it gets too loud.
Yeah,
It'll still
it'll-
be
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's
It'll
just
figure
fucking
it
loud.
out.
So
Yeah, what's it called? I had something to talk about. Oh, Brian Laundrie's dead.
Is he?
who?
They found him in Florida.
Who's that?
I thought
They
they said that
followed
wasn't
me.
him.
No, it's him.
Really? I thought I saw something saying they couldn't figure it out
Yeah,
even
no.
with the dental.
No, they found the body. Yeah. So,
How did he
bas-
rot that
Brian
fast?
Brian Laundrie was the guy. You know who Gabby Petito was? All that shit
Yeah, the
going
one-
around. The white
I've
woman went missing.
heard
Boyfriend might have killed her. Blah blah blah. So,
Yeah, a little bit,
listen
I
to
think.
this. I have a little conspiracy.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think that Brian killed her, called his parents and said, "Holy shit, I just killed her." Right?
Killed a woman.
I killed her. Right?
Killed.
And the parents said, "Okay, what are we going to do about this?" And he said, "Well, I'm just going to go hide," right? So he goes and hides. I'm pretty sure he was in contact with the parents the whole time, right? Because they have been looking for this guy nonstop, and they haven't found
yeah.
him, right? And then out of nowhere, the father, right, joins the group of people to help look for his son. They've been looking for him for like a month, and they can't find him. The father joins, and an hour after joining, they found the body.
Little sus.
And it was 600 acres of land or something? Or 6,000 acres of land? Something like that?
600.
I don't know. It was fucking huge. But 600 acres of land. And he found the body in an hour. And he found it, the dad. So, I have a feeling he knew the whole time. Right?
Maybe. It checks out.
That's
I have my own
pretty-
theory. They found, just because it was in a swamp, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So I think they
Marshland.
just found a decomposing body. And we're like,
Instead
oh,
of
the
him
dental records match because the FBI
Yeah.
doesn't want to make it look like they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Very possible, too.
That's kind
But
of where I'm at.
did
Like,
you
I don't,
see-
I don't believe that's him.
Did you see Dog the Bounty Hunter looking for him?
Yeah. He almost
Yeah.
found them before the fucking FBI. He was closer than they did. Until
Did
the
you
guy got
see-
home.
Of course.
But did you see
Yes.
the video, though?
It was funny as fuck, the interview
Dude.
with him.
Yeah, and he's like, he has, fuck, 1 second.
Oh, he has like the holster and shit on and...
Wait,
Oh, God, wait.
He's setting
Rob's-
up for it.
Rob's grabbing something for the folks listening at home. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the fucking... The
So,
turtle
he has
shell
the
sunglasses.
Dog the Bounty Hunter glasses on, right? And he sits down, and the camera's here, right in front of his face, right?
Oh, this is good.
And he's sitting there like this, and he just goes, I gotta tell you something, Brian.
Let me get my hands on you, Brian.
Be a man for once in your life. And like he's but
Dog
just
like 75 years old now.
yes.
He's up
But like
there.
what was so funny about it was that he literally took his glasses off and he was all like cool and calm and he just goes
Let me get my hands on you, Brian.
like and he said it so fast and I was listening to a talk show while I was driving and the guys were just dying, bro. They were like, look at his fucking face and he's
Let me get my hands on you, Brian.
It's like a fucking wrestler promo.
also what was
Ooh, yeah.
also what was funny about I'm sunglasses and side guy now.
Jesus.
Jealous.
Also what was funny, could you guys see yourselves?
Hold on.
No.
So there
That's
we go,
not
bucket
be-
hat
that's
inside
not-
guy.
That's not better.
So
It's just so I don't get the gamer dent.
they fucking said because it was in Florida and Dog has his license in Hawaii, right? If he would have found Brian Laundrie, caught him and brought him to the police, that Dog would have gone to prison for kidnapping.
Wait, really?
Because his
Really?
license doesn't follow over in Florida.
Oh.
He would have literally just stalked and kidnapped someone instead.
So how
that was the
how do we
story.
get it like Cowboy Bebop where you can just like be a bounty hunter? You know what I mean?
It's
Like, 'cause
probably
that's-
kind of similar to like almost like with any kind of license, like, you know, New
I was
Jersey,
thinking like a class
EMT.
3.
Like with me, if like I still have my license, I'm not working, but I still have my license. But if I happen to be right across the bridge in Philly, happen upon an accident where in our ambulance, we can't touch the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to sit there. We can. It's difficult because you can kind of render care, you just can't transport them. So
Right. Okay.
That's
just it's state law.
No,
if I
I-
had
that's
my national
bureaucratic
cert,
bullshit, I
which you
know.
can get a national cert, but I didn't want that because I was like, I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life. And look, it was 5 years later. I'm not doing it anymore. I also just don't want to be in a hospital anymore if any more diseases decide to come up.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't.
want to be in a hospital anymore either because they make me panic.
Yeah.
But we
I owe
talked
them too
about
much
that.
money, and I fucking hate it.
Oh
I'm
my
good.
God.
That's what I told people. If I get sick, just let me fucking die. give me like the Amish thing where they like stay home, like the family just is kind of around, and then if they get better, they get better. If not, you just leave them in the bed and take them out 3 days later and bury them or whatever.
Hospice.
Says goodbye. Yeah, so I'm like, what's that picture?
Amish
Give me something-
intensive care unit. They just pray over
Dude,
you.
the Amish. I love the Amish. We should talk about the Amish next time.
Definitely.
We're at an
'Cause
hour
there's-
6. We're doing pretty good here.
We're I think we're good for tonight.
Yeah,
But,
we're good.
No, we should talk about the Amish because up in like the Poconos area, my parents took me to a little Amish spot, farmers
They're
market.
great.
Oh, it was the fucking best.
You will
dude.
not get anything better, anything at a better price. They are very nice people. Just don't treat them like a fucking attraction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
the
my
biggest thing
my
I hate
dad
with,
was
like Pennsylvania, Ohio. Like they're people. They just live very simply because they think a lot of the extra shit we have is bullshit. And I do agree with them for a large part. I think I could.
Yeah.
I could probably do Mennonite as like
This
a
is
slow
bullshit.
transition into. It is.
I mean,
you really don't need this.
No, you
You
don't.
don't.
My dad, for a last note, my dad was fucking with an Amish guy earlier today. Actually.
Oh come on.
Yeah. No. Well,
Was he Mennonite or Amish?
Got to do what you got to do. No, he was Amish.
Oh, shit.
And well, I think right. I
Did he
don't
have
know,
a car?
No, he didn't. He had a horse. So he was shopping at some fucking store. My dad was there. It was like a corner store thing. And he goes in, my dad, and the Amish guy is online in front of him. And the Amish guy literally turned around and looked my dad up and down like 3 times. Like just kept going. So my dad looked at him and went and just started shaking his head and like pulling back like he was like surprised. And the Amish guy was like, "What? You never seen a man before?" And my dad just kept going
That doesn't
until the
sound
guy
like an
walked
Amish
out of
guy.
the store. Yeah, no, he was an Amish guy.
Yeah, I
Very good.
wouldn't call that making
very-
fun of or, insulting someone. It's more just like
He was
gonna
just
say that.
fucking with somebody.
fucking weird.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I've never had a situation like that up here. I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean,
you
I've
can
had
smell
like
the
the,
New York on
kids
'em, I
look
don't
at
know.
people oddly because
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah,
they're
he was
wearing like
looking
a
at him
cool
like-
cartoon shirt.
Yeah, he was just looking at him like he's never seen a human before. And my dad was like, "Ah, just look at you back the same way, just
Yeah.
over exaggerated."
That's all you gotta do. Give what's
Yep,
given to
pretty
you.
Yep.
Right.
And what I'm about to
on
give
that.
is a giant log to my toilet. So
Nice.
we're gonna call this.
I'm
one,
all out of
guys.
that right now, but
wrap
okay,
it up.
everybody. Everyone have a good
Everyone,
week.
Indeed.
adios.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is gonna be what number is this?
27.
27? I was gonna say
27.
27 and 28. Not bad.
20.
Let's
27.
go.
We're
All
getting
right,
We're almost up to 30.
almost
All right. All right.
just like you.
Just you beat me to it, didn't you?
See you
Rob
later,
can go
guys.
fuck himself. Love you guys.